Gianomini Doni, Ifechi Cherumi Tarama Nomini Patri Set Filius Dedicus Sancti Amen. This is my second video blog. I gave you guys a Christmas message last week, and it's the third day of Christmas. Yes, there are 12 days of Christmas. It's not just some made-up song. And today, I'm going to talk to you about that whole terrorist attack, or lack thereof. Okay, the mainstream media has figured out one thing that I've yet to figure out. Radicalism? Really not. Radical Islam? Once or twice? Yeah, if somebody gets attacked once or twice, I'll give you a radicalist. But this has been proven time and time again. When will the mainstream media figure out that it's not radical Islam, that these terrorists are actually practicing Islam? This might be a hard concept for people to understand. And people in the West are so used to actually having civil discourse that something of violence may not go through their thick little heads. I mean, you got Obama trying to repeal the Patriot Act, and all these other things, and they're just not seeing the big picture. They're not, or rather, I should say, they're just not seeing the little picture that's right there in front of them. Now, before you go call this hate speech, I don't think all Muslims are terrorists. Okay, I have Muslim friends, and all of them have condemned these terrorist attacks and thought they were wrong. So you know what? I'm going to give them credit where credit is due. But the problem is the religion as a whole. The Quran, the Hadith, they all verify this idea of, if you want to call it radical Islam, whatever you want, I really don't care. They all verify that this is how Muhammad lived his life. Now, again, before you call it hate speech or anything like that, go read the Quran for yourself. Look, you think I'm just making this up? Go ahead, read it for yourself. You can even read the liberal translation, which is usually what they give out at public schools, where I survived, proud of it. I don't know about that. But you can read the liberal translation, whatever translation you want to read, it's there. It's in the Quran. And some people are like, oh, the Bible is violent. The Bible is violent. Oh, yeah, some parts it is. But in the Bible, violence is against specific people. Herod goes off and kills the holy innocents. While we're in Christmas season, and we celebrate Holy Innocents tomorrow, by the way, in the regular calendar. Herod went off and killed a bunch of innocent people. Now, if you're not those babies that were killed, that verse doesn't apply to you. Something to think about. We have to quit thinking in a Western mindset towards the Islamic religion. We're so busy trying to understand peace in the Western idea. Islam is a religion of peace. Well, yeah, you're right. Islam is a religion of peace. If by a religion of peace you mean spreading Sharia law, women getting punished for being raped, having 4 male witnesses equal 1 female witness, that's not a civil understanding. That's barbarianism. That's barbarianism. Flat out. There's nothing civil about that. There's something like, oh, but the great Islamic culture. They copied. The Byzantine Catholics that were there in the East, along with the heretics, Floridianism, some forms of Nestorianism, any other religion you want, but not the true Catholic religion, not our true faith. Yeah, I'm Roman Catholic. What are you going to do about it? Now, I really don't know the solution to the problem. Actually, yeah, I do. It would take one Saudi cleric to condemn this, to condemn terrorism and say terrorism is not an act of authentic Islam. It takes one Saudi cleric to fix this whole thing. But guess what? That's not going to happen. They're funding terrorism. But then again, they won't tell you all that in mainstream media. They're too busy sucking up Islam. It's a radical Islam! Ugh, whatever. Tell me your thoughts. And I'm just saying, if we're going to fight terrorism, we better start knowing our enemy, otherwise we're going to get the crap beat out of us. Anyways, God bless.